Hi guys, this brings me to the last exercise of this chapter, compound interest. Let's look at some questions. Basically a revision exercise. All that we've done, we need to apply the same concepts again. So the first question we do is question 2. Find the compound interest to the nearest rupee on this principal. So principal is 10,800, time is 2.5 years, and the rate is 10% per annum. So since compounding is not given, which means it's being compounded annually. So the formula was A is equal to P times 1 plus R upon 100, 2.5 years, which means raised to the power 2, and 1 plus R upon 2 into 100 raised to the power half into 2. Let's substitute values. So 10,800 times 1 plus 10 upon 100 to the power 2 and 1 plus 10 upon 2 into 100 raised to the power 1. So this is 10,800 multiplied with 10 into 1, 10 plus 1, that's 11 upon 10 into 11 upon 10 multiplied with, that's 20 into 1, 20 plus 1, 21 upon 20. So these two zeros get cancelled. This is 210 and this is 2 into 54. So what we have is 11 into 11, that's 121 into 21 into 54 upon 10. That's the value of the amount. Let's multiply 1 to 1 into 21. 1 to 1, 2, 4, 2. This is 1, 4, 5, 2. Multiplied with 54. That's 4, 4 into 4, 16. 20 plus 1, 21. 4 into 2, 8 plus 2, 10. The last one, 5. 5 into 4, 20. That's 25 plus 2, 27. That's 10 plus 2, 12. So this is 4, 6 plus 5, 11, 2, 7, 3, 1. 13721.4. So this is 13721.4. Since this is money, decimal will be in 2 decimal places. So that's the amount. Therefore, compound interest will be 13721.40 minus 10,800, which is equal to 1 to 17 minus 8, 9, 2 minus 0, 2. So equal to rupees 2,921.40. Basically one formula. If you remember that, you should be very fine with these kind of questions. Let's look at the next one. The next one we're doing is question number 3. It says value of a machine purchased 2 years ago depreciates at the annual rate of 10%. So if you remember, depreciation is when your value keeps on going down. You can again look at the same formula. Amount is equal to principal 1 minus R upon 100 raised to the power n. But here we don't call it amount, we don't call it principal, we call it future value is equal to present value 1 minus R upon 100 raised to the power n. So future value will be equal to present value multiplied with 1 minus R upon 100 raised to the power n. In this case, let's substitute values. Present value is 97,200. So 97,200, 1 minus the rate of depreciation is 10%. And how many years after that do they want us to figure out? Value after 2 years, which means n is equal to 2. Let's simplify. That'll be 97,200 multiplied with 10 into 1, 10 minus 1. That's 9 upon 10 into 9 upon 10. These two zeros gets cancelled. So the future value will be 972 into 81. Let's calculate. 972 into 81, 279, 8 into 2, 16, 56 plus 1, 57, 72 plus 5, 77. That's 2, 7 plus 6, 13, 10 plus 7, 17, 8 and 7. So future value after 2 years is equal to rupees 78,732. So the value basically keeps on going down over the period of time. Let's look at the second part of the question. The second part says value when it was purchased. When was it purchased? 2 years back. So in this case, the value which is given is the future value, that's 97,200, is equal to present value, which is value 2 years back, multiplied with 1 minus 10 upon 100 raised to the power n. Again, the same formula. In this case, the amount is what's the value today. Principal is the value which was 2 years back. So let's substitute values. What we get is, this is 9 upon 10. So 97,200. Let's call this original value multiplied with 9 upon 10. In this case, n was 2 multiplied with 9 upon 10. Therefore, original value will be 97,200 into 10 into 10 upon 9 into 9. This is divisible by 9. That's 9 into 1. 9 into 1, 0. 9 8s are 72 with 2 zeros. Again, 108 divisible by 9. That's 9 1 2 with 2 more zeros. So the original value was 1200 with 2 more zeros. So 1,20,000 was the value 2 years back. Today it is 97,200, and 2 years later it will be 78,732. Next question. The next question that we do is question number 4. It says Anuj and Rajesh each lent the same sum of money, how much not given, for 2 years at 8% simple interest and compound interest. Rajesh received 64 more than Anuj. Find the money lent by each person. So let principal be rupees P. So let's calculate the simple interest for Anuj, and then we'll calculate compound interest for Rajesh. So for Anuj, simple interest is equal to principal multiplied with rate, in this case 8, multiplied with time, in this case 2, upon 100, which is equal to 16p upon 100, which I can write it as 4p upon 25. Okay. Now let's look at for Rajesh. So for Rajesh, what we know is amount will be equal to principal 1 plus r, 8 upon 100 raised to the power 2, 4 into 2, 4 into 25. Amount will be equal to p times 25 plus 25 into 1, 25 plus 2, 27. 27 upon 25 whole square. So that's the amount for Rajesh, which means amount is equal to 27 square. 27 square is equal to 729. Yes, 729p upon 625. 25 square will be 625, which means compound interest will be equal to amount minus principal. That's 729p upon 625 minus p. The LCM is 625, and this is 729p minus 625p, which is equal to 104p upon 625. So that's the compound interest. As per the given question, what we know is Rajesh receives 64 more than Anuj, which means compound interest is equal to simple interest plus 64. Let's read it again. Rajesh, he is receiving compound interest 64 more than Anuj, which means simple interest plus 64. So compound interest is 104p upon 625. Simple interest is 4p upon 25 plus 64. Let's take the variable on one side. That's 104p upon 625 minus 4p upon 25 is equal to 64. LCM 625. This is 104p minus, that's multiplied with 25. So that's 100p is equal to 64, which means 4p upon 625 is equal to 64. Therefore, p is equal to 64 into 625 upon 4. 4 into 1, 4 into 16. That's 625 into 16, and that's 10,000 if I remember. 625 into 16. 5 into 6, 30. 12 plus 3, 15. This is 3, 7. This is 5, 2, 6, 0, 0, 0, 0. Perfect. That's 10,000 rupees. So the principal which both of them lent out was 10,000 rupees. Therefore, principal is equal to rupees 10,000. Let's read the question. Find the money lent. Money lent is 10,000. Let's look at the next one. The next one we're doing is question number 6. Question number 6 says a sum of money was lent for 3 years. Compound interest. The rate for the years were 10%, 15%, 18%. If the CI for second year amounted to 4950. Find the sum invested. Oh, we've done these kind of questions in our chapter 2 as well, where we were looking at doing it without the formula. So let me solve this question using two methods, with formula and without formula. Since the question doesn't say which method to use, you're welcome to use your own method. So amount 3, compound interest for second year. Perfect. So amount 3, no, so that's amount 2. Amount 2 minus amount 1 will be equal to compound interest for the second year, correct? Compound interest for the second year will be amount after 2 years minus amount after 1 year, the only addition being the compound interest for second year. So let's calculate amount 2, which is amount for the second year will be equal to principal times 1 plus 10 upon 100, 1 plus 15 upon 100, because the rate of interest is different for each year. That's 5 into 3, 5 into 20. So this is 11 upon 10 multiplied with 23 upon 20 p. That's the value of amount 2. Let me reconfirm. 11 upon 10 and this is 23 upon 20. Let's calculate amount 1. Amount 1 will be equal to principal 1 plus 10 upon 100, in this case 11p upon 10. So what we know is amount 2 minus amount 1 is equal to compound interest for second year. In this case 11 upon 10 multiplied with 23 upon 20p minus 11 upon 10p is equal to 4950. Anything common between these two? Yes, 11 upon 10p is common. So let's take 11 upon 10p common. What we have here is 23 upon 20 minus 1 is equal to 4950. Yes, 1 remains here. That will be 11p upon 10 multiplied with 23 minus 20 upon 20 is equal to 4950. That's 11p upon 10 multiplied with 3 upon 20 is equal to 4950. Therefore, principal will be equal to 4950 into 20 into 10 upon 11 into 3. That's 11 1, 11 into 4 44, 11 into 5 55, 0, 3 1, 3 15 with a 0. Therefore, P is equal to 15 into 2 30 with 3 zeros. That's 30,000. So the principal in this case was 30,000. That's the method which uses the formula. In case you want to solve this question without using a formula, which is what we've done in chapter 2, let's look at this method for without using formula. So let P is equal to P. Compound interest for first year will be P into R into T upon 100, which is equal to P upon 10. Amount 1 will be equal to P plus P upon 10. That's 11p upon 10. Compound interest 2 would be principal, which will be 11p upon 10 into rate. For this time, it's 15 into time upon 100. And this is given equal to 4950. Therefore, principal will be equal to 4950 into 100 into 10 upon 11 into 15. 11 1, 11 4 44, 55 0, 15 1, 15 30 is equal to rupees 30,000. Obviously, the answer is same whichever method you use. Let's look at the next question here. The next question we do is question number 8. It says Rohit borrowed 86,000 from Arun for 2 years at some interest. He immediately lent out this money to Akshay at 5%. Calculate Rohit's profit. So we have two cases. One, he'll have to pay the simple interest on the money he borrowed, and two, he'll receive the interest, which will be a compound interest that he lent out. So interest paid by Rohit, that would be equal to simple interest. So simple interest will be principal. We don't know the principal. P into No, we have know the principal, that's 86,000. So that's 86,000 into rate, that's 5 times 2 years upon 100. So that's 860 into 10, that's rupees 8,600. So that's the simple interest that he'll pay. Now interest received, compound interest received by Rohit. Let's calculate the amount first, then we can calculate the interest. Amount will be 86,000 multiplied with 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to the power 2, that's 20. So this is 86,000 multiplied with 21 upon 20 into 21 upon 20. This gets cancelled, 2 1, this is 43,000. Next, this is 21221500. So this is 21500 multiplied with 441. And maybe I could have done a different method. That'll be faster. It'll save me time. So let's not cancel it. Let me do this differently. So compound interest will be equal to amount minus principal. Amount is 86,000, 1 plus 5 upon 100 raised to the power 2 minus 86,000. This will help me take 86,000 common. So maybe I will have a better or a simpler equation. The previous one was way too long for me to calculate. 520. So this is 86,000 multiplied with 21 upon 20 into 21 upon 20 minus 86,000. Let's take 86,000 common, and what I am left with is 441 upon 400 minus 1. That's compound interest. So this is 86,000 multiplied with 441 minus 400 upon 400. That's 86,000 into 41 upon 400. Clearly, this is a far easier and faster way of doing it. So 00 gets cancelled. 414215. So that's 41 into 215. 215 into 41. 512. 4 into 520. 4 plus 2 6 and 8. 5188. That's 8815. So compound interest is rupees 8,815. The simple interest was 8,000. Therefore, Rohit's profit is equal to 8815 minus 8600. That's equal to rupees 215. So the same money that he lent out, he received an interest of 8,815, whereas he had to pay an interest of 8,600. So he made 200 rupee, or rather 215 rupee in the process. That brings me to the last question of this exercise that I do with you. That question number 10. I've already marked some homework questions, so please go ahead and solve them on your own. If you have any doubts or queries, feel free to ask. In any case, I would also be posting a video for the homework questions. Nikita invests rupees 6,000 for 2 years at compound interest. At the end of 1 year, it amounts to 6,720. So A1 is equal to 6720 and T1 is 6,000. That's the original principal, which means compound interest for first year is equal to rupees 720. Calculate the rate. Compound interest is basically simple interest if it's for 1 year, which means simple interest is equal to principal, which was 6,000 into rate into 1 upon 100. Therefore, R is equal to 720 upon 60. That's equal to 12% per annum. So the rate is equal to 12% per annum. First part of the question, fairly simple. Let's look at the second part. Amount after second year. So amount after second year would be equal to let's see, without using the formula, because I'll have to multiply with 12. We already know amount after first year, which will be, this will be equal to principal for second year, which will be 6,720 multiplied with, so no, this is not amount, this is interest for second year. So compound interest for second year, principal into rate. in this case 12 into 1 upon 100. That's 672 into 12. This exercise or this chapter has a lot of calculations. 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 7, 14, 12 plus 1, 13, 2, 7, 6, 4, 6, 10, 8. So this is 806.40. Therefore, amount after second year will be 6720 plus 806.40. Let's add 6720. That's 0.40. 628 plus 7, 15. That's 7526.40. So that's the amount after 2 years. I could have also used the formula, but I thought it'll be faster without using the formula. Had I used the formula, my answer would have been still the same, but it would have looked like amount would have been equal to principal. That's 6,000, 1 plus 12 upon 100 raised to the power 2. That's 6,000, and this is 4 into 3, 4 into 25. That'll be 28 into 28 upon 25 into 25. You'll still get the same answer. That's about it. That finishes this video for me. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. If you have any queries, feel free to ask. Bye bye.